John Wright and John Hammond back courtside. Waiwega Fremont High School, one half is history, and it is the Lady Falcons 25 and the hometown Lady Indians 20, leading all on the floor, double digits in the first half. Jenny Hellwig for Waiwega Fremont, 4 buckets in the first quarter, a couple from the line in the second, supported by 8 from Mariah Hulbert and a 2-pointer from Danielle Ostring. On the blue side for the Amherst Falcons, 8 points for Jamie Pitt, that's 2 3-pointers, 6s for Hannah Grayway and Katie Rutz, 2s for Marissa Loken, as well as Lindsay Rutz off the bench, and 1 for Brooke Graholski. Again, halftime tally, Amherst 25, Waiwega Fremont 20, and had it not been for a little spurt in that last 30 or 40 seconds, would have been a little closer coming into the locker room.
Well, it's a big 3 hit by Amherst. They're at the buzzer, essentially, off of a missed free throw rebound, and it's something coaches dread when you don't get the rebound on a missed free throw, and then it's kicked out, and it's a 3. So otherwise,
and a 4-point turnaround. Yep.
Yeah, it's a big play. The stats have, John, Waiwega Fremont got a lot of shots up. They were 8 out of 27 field for about 30%. Hellwig was 4 for 5 to start the game and 0 for 5 in the second quarter. So they did a nice job of bumping her off her sweet spot, and she made her a little more difficult. She got a little deep on the baseline, hit the corner of the backboard a couple times. They did a nice adjustment on her. They were only 2 of 2 from the free throw line, both by Hellwig. They didn't get to the line very much. 9 turnovers within reason, I guess. They were out rebounded 18-9 though on the glass, mostly because they missed a lot of shots. Amherst Falcons on the other side of the ledger, they had 14 turnovers in that first half, uncharacteristic of them. Again, they dominate the glass. They were 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Not a great stat, but they got there a lot. So even at 50%, it helped them. 7 of 19 from the field, 40%. But again, a really good first half of basketball, John. I thought both teams played excellent defense, especially on the interior, really helping, doubling, and doing a good job of cutting off the driving lane. So I thought it was just an excellent half of basketball. I'm sure we'll see more of this half.
And with the Lady Falcons controlling the possession to start, John, this gives you a feeling that the Indians are going to need to stay in contact for the first 3-4 minutes of this third quarter to stay into this game.
Yeah, they don't want to get us to 8-10 points at all. And, of course, Amherst is feeling exactly the opposite.
Amherst Falcons will be working away from us offensively, and Katie Russ with a high left-hand drive, no good. And Jess Torrey, that was Loken fouled on the rebound. She was aggressive, but she gets stocked with a personal.
Yeah, and actually, Jenny Hellwig was a little fortunate there not to get a free throw or a foul on against Russ. I thought she swatted at the ball, maybe could have gotten a call, but a good no call.
So actually, not a foul by mistake, and a shot off by the Indians. So good, and Graholski with the rebound. 34 seconds early into this third quarter. 25-20, Lady Falcons. Pass underneath to Loken, nowhere to go. She pops the Pitt, this time short from the right corner. Long rebound is Indians. DeSantis, diagonal dribble, fires to the wing, gets it right back up top, but then her pass is disrupted by Graholski, picked up by Grayway. Nice move on her way in as she eluded the defense of DeSantis, and Grayway with now 8 points. Hellwig with a stop. She pops it to Schrader, straight on off the bracket, no good. Hulbert, though, tips it to a teammate, and a follow as Danielle Ostrin will head the line for the Lady Indians. Foul trouble thus far after that first half. 3 Indians with 2 fouls. That's Schrader, Shenik, and DeSantis. So we'll see that situation develop.
They each have 3?
2, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So maybe light trouble, if you will.
Yeah, this is what Waiwega needs to do a little bit more of. Is get second chances on missed opportunities, and they have to stay close here. And Jenny Hellwig is a really good passer out of the post. They need to knock down a couple threes along the way here. She's an excellent passer, though, out of that post.
Ostring does her job by draining both, and Katie gets caught in the press. Indians come up with Hellwig with a pass, and the teammate can't put it in, but Hellwig follows it up and puts it in. That teammate was Hobart, I believe. That was Schrader missing the shot, and on the way out, the Indians put full court pressure, and one of the Lady Indians on the floor, she may have hit her head on the bleacher, and she is getting herself up very slowly. And I'm sorry, I cannot catch that jersey number as of yet. She gets back on the floor. She is not okay. That might be DeSantis.
Yeah, and Coach extremely upset. I think he felt there was a flagrant foul over there. I actually didn't see it, but he's very upset, and that normally isn't his style. So elbow is what he's saying was thrown at her.
Yep.
And found its mark.
Wow. So right now there is a momentary stoppage as it appears to be Sydney DeSantis on the floor.
What was the end result of that?
I believe something of hers hit maybe the bleacher or the floor.
No, I think she caught an elbow. I know that, but whose ball is it? Did they call a foul? Or?
I am not right now. They show a third foul, which would be on, so far Marissa Loken's number. But they actually have to say that would be DeSantis' third foul. So this is literally harm and foul, as it's the player on the floor whose number shows up on the board with her third personal, and I think that's just adding to the displeasure of Coach Joel Titus.
Yeah, apparently, because he felt that the elbow was thrown at his player, and you would have to maybe agree because she's the one down.
So while they attend to her, we will step out, take a break. It's early on third quarter, 6:37 to go in the third quarter. Right now it's Falcons 27, Indians 24, and they are attending to a player on the floor. We will keep you up to speed on that, get you back on WDUX in a flash.
People often ask at the International Bank of Amherst, what's an independent bank? It's a bank where the decisions are made by people who live here, not by a nameless board living hundreds of miles away reading computer printouts and the financial trends of larger cities. The International Bank of Amherst is a community bank, owned and operated by people you know. Visit your local independent bank for all of your banking needs. The International Bank of Amherst, member FDIC, proud to support Amherst Sports.
And ladies and gentlemen, Danielle Ostring is up, but getting helped off by the athletic director and a trainer. And I tell you what, folks, she is not in good condition at this point. Basically looking to be lightheaded. We're not sure if she took the elbow to the head or if she fell that way, but incidentally, she is off with her third personal. Falcons gets the possession. Jamie Pitt brings it in, gives to Gracholski. A bit of a ink blot on what otherwise has been an absolutely beautiful game. Unfortunate for that to happen, but they play on. A shot from the corner is off the mark as it hits the rim 2 times, but the putback is good by Gracholski and in. Just her first from the field, and it gets the Falcons up by 5. Elwick spin move, dishes out to Holberg, puts it in, and Gracholski gave her a shot. I tell you, that could have been a foul, but Holberg with her third three-pointer, 11 points for her, back to within 2. And I tell you what, Coach Joel Titus putting on quite a show, and he is all over these officials. He's got a hurt player.
Well, he's into it. I mean, I love it. I think it's great. He's totally into it, and the players respond to that.
So I believe basically a turnover as the Falcons hit maybe the sideline with a ball and a tie-up as Macy Shenik gets tied up along the fairway. She keeps the ball for the Indians. Holberg drives into the paint. She shows that she can drive as well as shoot. And she bounces off of Katie Rutz off the rebound for the Falcons. Jamie Pitt drives it all the way in, left-handed shot off the window, no good. Rebound Indians. Up to Hellwig. Hellwig, nice feed to Holberg and in. And a timeout on the floor. Beautiful ball movement off the turnover. Hardly a foul, right? Yep. It's a basket and one for Mariah Holberg. Tied at 29. What a play.
Again, Hellwig is a really good passer. Not only out of the post, but that time a left-handed pass looking ahead down the court.
Foul will be the first on Grayway, and Holberg trains it from the line. That is 14 points for her. Indians up by 1. Early, midway through the third quarter, full court pressure. Falcons with some diagonal passing. Amy Pitt still up to get across the line. She has to make a move around Hellwig, and she does. Gets it across the stripe, and she feeds underneath to Loken, who puts a shot off so good. Rebound, tips to the Indians. Holberg will try to bring it out, and she has to pass to someone. She finds Ostring, and she gets fouled by Grayway.
Got Amherst a little frustrated now. They can't get the ball. They're punching the ball inside, but they're not, they're not scoring right now. They're a little tiny bit frustrated.
31-29, pardon me, they're flipping the scoreboard all over the place. 30-29, Indians over the Falcons. Indians with the possession in the forecourt. Cross-court pass to Ellen Schrader. Schrader up top to Shenik now in the ball game. Over to Holbert. Holbert almost shuffled a foot. Boy, that could have been a travel. Hellwig in traffic. Gets out to Shenik, who's heavily guarded, and Pitt shoved her, but not before the travel by Shenik. Back over to the Falcons.
Yeah, Amherst showed a little zone that time, and Wywega struggled.
Full court pressure by the Indians, and Grahalski niftily gets her way through the pressure, and she throws it to midcourt, and Shinnick runs into Loken, and I believe Shinnick will pick up another foul.
Yeah, going for the loose ball, but Loken, used that body and turned very nicely away, and Shinnick got the obvious foul.
Macy's third, so it won't be her. It'll be Ostring coming off. Connect on, and now they're going to want to get Shinnick off, and Kapinski in. So Macy Shinnick, I tell you what, for a player who plays some junior varsity and necessarily doesn't start, that is a little bit of a loss for the Indians right now, putting her on the bench in a game where you need defense. Jamie Pitt off the inbound, works her way for a long two-pointer, 31-30. Falcons, 10 points for Jamie. Indians bring it in uncontested. Left side, Holder with a long three. Are you kidding me? That was long. She gets a pass from underneath. The ball was not saved in time by Grahalski, so it'll stay with the Indians. How about that? Mariah Holbert shot about a 4-point shot and was able to almost get her own rebound.
Yeah, great hustle by Wywega, though, to get that offensive rebound and give them a reload.
And this time, unloading is Kapinski from three, no good, and Hellwig with a rebound other side, and her long foot just hit the baseline. I tell you what, with that long leg reach of hers, partly what they're going to call a foul on the Falcons. A blocking foul. So we're really quick here. Got to get the markings in before the inbound. That's Loken's first. Inbound goes to Schrader. Right back to the inbounder, Hobart. Back up top to Kapinski. Now they're working around left side as we're approaching the midway point of the third quarter. Oh, and Hellwig tried to find connect underneath. A little bit forced, but luckily for the Indians, they retain possession under the basket.
Yeah, she is a good passer all over the floor, though.
Hobart throws it in high off the perimeter for Connect. And Connect, though, gets a reach in from Grahalski, and that'll be a second on Brooke.
And there's a foul situation right now favoring Wywega Fremont. That was the fifth foul. They're going to be shooting free throws the entire fourth quarter, and they're perfect in the line so far, 4-4 this evening.
31-30, though. Falcons up on the Indians, and Indians again another reload from under the Falcon basket. Connect gets it, and a nice lob pass to Hellwig. She tight ropes the baseline, has to chuck it out on top, and coming up with it is Schrader into traffic. Back to Hellwig, and Hellwig gets a fistful of pit in her face. But it's Hobart picking it up. Back to Hellwig, and
that's great two-man basketball right there. A great pass to the wing and dive by Hellwig, and Hobart really doing a great job of finding
14 points for Hellwig, and a turnover. Indians with Hellwig coming back in. And another basket. 16 for her, 34-31 Indians with 3.5 to go, third quarter. And they are heavily defending the inbound pass and a timeout. We will save. 3:36 to go, third quarter. It's Lady Indians 34, Lady Falcons 31. Plenty of ball left. We're back on DUX after this 30-second timeout.
You know a good teammate when you see one. Hardworking, reliable, and most of all, someone who knows that success is best achieved when people work together. At Ministry Medical Group and Ministry St. Michael's Hospital, we work with all of our patients as a team to make the best decisions for their health. That's why we're proud to sponsor Amherst High School Falcon Sports, because the world needs more great teams. Get to know us better at ministryhealth.org. Ministry Healthcare. Today, tomorrow, together.
All right, the shout out for DUX. Thank you.
Very nicely done. We're going to have to clip that and maybe say that. That might be next year's liner. You never know. John Wright, John Hammond courtside. Justin Mullen back in the studio. A 3-point Indian lead. It's been real haphazard. We've had bodies hit the floor, and it's just going to be a war, a battle of attrition in a game like this.
Well, Wywega's winning the game of scramble tonight, John, and this is not what Amherst is used to. She's done a great job. Jamie Pitt, she's scoring her point, but she's only had 7 shot attempts, and that's not a lot for her.
And just a minor knock on the Wywega fans. When you make a basket after an air ball, that's supposed to be lifted, but they're still giving Jamie Pitt some grief. An uppick for Jamie Pitt off the left rim, no good from the top of the key. Rebound retained by the Falcons. Shot left baseline, no good. And a tie-up on the rebound and a reach over. as Jess Torrey gets the foul, and she's going to simply ask the official, pardon me, that is Katie Rutt getting knocked with her first. And as you said, John, right now, this puts the Indians in the bonus.
The rest of the way, the last 11 minutes of this game, they're going to be shooting bonus, which definitely favors them.
Kapinski brings in to Hellwig, who works off the elbow, but she gets by Pitt. Jamie Pitt can't get around Hellwig. She's looking for help. She gets it to Torrey underneath, and Torrey can't keep the handle. I tell you what, Indians hustle back to make sure that Pitt was not going to get an unassisted basket off turnover.
They've done a terrific job on her.
Connect. Will fire it into Kapinski. Heavy backcourt pressure. Kapinski gets it to Holbert. She stops for a three. Are you kidding? No good. And she almost gets her own rebound, but the ball will be picked up by Pitt. 34-31. Lady Indians. Pitt brings it in. Nice move into the paint. Underneath, hand and in.
That was a little bit risky by Holbert, but you know, I don't mind the play. She pulled up for a three and
almost got her own rebound. This time a drive by Kapinski, no good. Put back is good. Ellen Schrader, her first bucket, but very timely. Brings the Indians up by 3 with 2:20 to go, third quarter. Pitt getting pitched down in her own backcourt. Nice throw, though, midcourt to Grayway. She'll get it to Rutz. Rutz will now get it back to Pitt. That's what they wanted. Stops, pops, short of the bucket, and she'll hear it again. Rebound received by the Indians. Indians get it up to Hellwig. It's too far for her, and it'll go back to the Falcons with 2:04 to go. 2 Indians in, 1 Falcon in.
Getting a little breakneck speed here for Waiwega. They're really trying to push, but that time they went a little too fast.
Falcons break the pressure in at half court. To Pitt. Pitt gets a shot off into traffic, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Eddie. A kick out for 3, no good. Rebound Indians this time. Macy Shenick brings it up, passes it underneath to Schrader. Up and in. Over traffic. Beautifully done by the Indians, up by 5. 1:40 to go. Jamie Pitt drives it in, and nice dish to Eddie, and Eddie gets tied up, but it's travel. It'll go back to the Lady Indians. Another empty possession for the Falcons.
Waiwega, they need a timeout. This pace is too much. They're just swarming defense. Swarming. And Schrader, what a great job she's done in the third quarter here.
We'll keep it right here at Parkview. They will take a full timeout, so we'll take a 30-second break. 1:36 to go, third quarter. Indians 38, Falcons 33. We're back on WDUX after this 30-second timeout.
Can anything be more exciting than cheering on the Indians? Sure, Katie's IGA in Rodrigo. Okay, I might be a bit biased since my dad owns the store, but the quality meats and produce will have you doing somersaults. Katie's in-store bakery and deli will have you doing cartwheels, and weekly savings will have you doing backflips on the aisle. All that excitement is worthy of a cheer. How about, let's go all the way to Katie's IGA. Katie's IGA in Rodrigo. Hometown proud.
And I believe that was a full timeout, credited to Waiwega Fremont, just their first timeout taken this half. Up by 5 over the Falcons, just a chance to settle things down for both teams.
Yeah, both teams needed that break. I hope their conditioning is terrific, because this is unreal.
And James, I hope you're in good shape. You come off a Comet New London game there, heart attack a couple nights ago, so we're giving you another one here as Connect gets the shot tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indians under the Falcon basket.
Well, she was almost forced into that shot. She had nowhere to pass it, so she put it in, it was blocked out of bounds. No problem, they get it right back.
Holbert gets it back to the perimeter. They work it to Shenick, and Shenick gets chipped by Pitt, but gets it right back. Cross court. This time Ostring makes a great move, but gets swatted by Eddie. Margaret Eddie coming in and swatting that shot.
That looked pretty clean, and Waiwega could find themselves in a double bonus most of the fourth quarter. They're attacking the basket, and they're using some up fakes. It was a nice move in there by Ostring that time to create that foul situation.
Margaret Eddie, the 6-foot sophomore, with her third personal. Danielle Ostring makes her third straight free throw from the line there. In is Katie Rutt, and resting will be Eddie with those 3 fouls.
And Katie had a great start to this game too, but ever since Waiwega's been doubling the post, and she's been very quiet.
Ostring missing the second, but Indians up by 6, 1:14 to go, third quarter. Gets it from Lindsey Russ. Both Russes are in the ballgame for the Falcons. Right corner to Lindsey Russ. Russ will drive, get it off the rim, no good. Gets her own rebound, but it's ripped away by Holbert. And the Indians, that was Ostring. And trying for it is Helen Schrader, and she can't find the handle. It goes to the broadcast table, and a turnover back to the Falcons inside of 1 minute to go.
Yes, forcing, they're really swarming in the paint against Amherst, forcing them in a tough situation. And down to 49 seconds now in this quarter. Right, we having taken the lead.
Jamie Pitt brings it in uncontested, fires to the left corner. Katie Rutz back up top with her back to the basket. She'll fire left side to Grayway. Grayway drives, throws it into traffic to a teammate who gets it off the window. Loken, no good. Rebound stays with the Falcons. That was Rutz. And she couldn't get the shot off. Ellen Schrader comes up with it for the Indians. They get it to Holbert. Holbert looking for Hellwig under the basket. Hellwig up and in! Right over Jamie Pitt. Hellwig with her fourth bucket of the quarter. 41-33 Indians. Time winding down third quarter. One more shot for the Falcons. 10 seconds. Jamie Pitt on the dribble. 7 seconds. Trying to pick up a Katie Russ screen. She does. Goes around to Hellwig. Throws it across the lane. 1 second. And a shot by Lindsay. Oh, and it was a three-pointer. It rattled in, but it was just after the buzzer. Boy, that would have been something.
Again, the swarming defense force gets to kick that ball out. She didn't want to, but there was nowhere for her to go. Time ran out.
Your final 8 minutes of regulation are on the way. It's Wyoming Fremont 41. The Lady Falcons of Amherst 33. Back for the final quarter of regulation in 60 seconds. Wow. Don't hear anything yet. Back court side for the fourth quarter. And Jamie Pitt will take a three-pointer, and there you go. They call her number unassisted. She drains the three, gets it back to within 5. 41-36, and the Indians get picked off at the point. That was Shinnick throwing it into the arms of Pitt. Pitt gets it to the corner. A three for Grayway is off the rim, no good. Rebound Indians. That is Ostring. Ostring will try to bring it out, get it right up to the corner. Holbert right back to Helen Schrader, and it's in and out, no good for the long two-pointer. And as Hellwig trying to get the rebound, they changed their minds. They're going to say that it'll stay with the Indians.
Yeah, that was the right call. Schrader, boy, she's playing well. That ball was halfway down. I don't know how that didn't go in.
Indians under the Falcon basket. They get it high on the perimeter, get it right back to the inbounder, but Albert couldn't hang on to it. She was ready to load for a three. Instead, they're working around to Shennick for three. Off the iron. 3 times and no good. Goes back to the Falcons. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Falcons down by 5. Pitt will bring it in. She picks up her dribble.
Boy, Shennick doing a good job on her.
I tell you, she is an outstanding defensive guard for the Indians. Gralski will dribble to the right corner. Dish it. And that goes in and out. No good. And rebound by Katie Rutz, no good. Loose ball on the floor. Shinnick picks it up. She goes to Holbert. Holbert trying to find Hellwig, but she'll take it. And a foul and a basket for the Indians. Holbert took the shot. I believe it was Hellwig taking the foul. Wow. So the basket and one, 43-36.
Again, Waiwega dodging some bullets there. Amherst getting some offensive fouls, or offensive rebounds, and not able to put them back in.
I tell you what, heavily fought ball games. You've got great players and great coaching going on, but unfortunately the officials haven't.
Hey, honey, we got a thank you card.
Really? Who from?
It says from everybody on Earth.
Getting a new comfort system from American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning lowers your carbon emissions by using energy so efficiently. Do something good for yourself and everybody else. Call your local independent American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning dealer.
Keep your home healthy and enjoy all the comforts of an American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning system by contacting your local independent American Standard dealer. Shoemaker Heating and Cooling, a proud sponsor of Amherst Sports. Put your over-the-road skills to work for a trusted company. H.O. Wolding is looking for drivers to meet the needs of their growing company. H.O. Wolding is now hiring drivers. To learn more about benefits, routes, and the exciting opportunities as a driver for H.O. Wolding, call the recruiting department at 800-950-0054. That's 800-950-0054. H.O. Wolding has been a part of the Amherst community for over 70 years and is proud to cheer on the Falcons.
Holly Funeral Home is there.
Younger's Holly Funeral Home wishes the Amherst Falcons the best of luck. By giving a commitment to hard work and the dedication to doing your best, good results can only happen. The Hardell Holly, and Younger's Holly Funeral Homes, serving the Amherst, Almond, Wapaka, and Wild Rose areas, realize the importance of supporting our youth in Amherst and the surrounding communities by providing them encouragement in all their extracurricular activities and scholastic studies.
And we are back on the air, loud and clear. I believe we may have lost you at the end of the third quarter. It was the Waiwega Fremont Lady Indians outscoring Amherst 21-8 in that third quarter to get up on the Falcons, and it's just been exciting action in the first minute and 45 seconds of the third quarter.
First 5 points, but now all of a sudden Waiwega's come back and really causing a lot of problems for Amherst, and they've responded with 6 or 7 of their own. So they now hold an 11-point lead. They're causing a lot of turnovers for Amherst, and they're doing a great job on Jamie Pitt, especially Shennick, but they're cutting off her driving lane.
And we'll tell you about something that was missed in just a moment. Pitt comes in, she dishes a Grayway, she gets it right back. And she'll take a three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Hellwig, Indians rebound. Indians come back the other way, up by 11 points. Inside of 6 minutes to go. They work it to the right corner, and Shennick almost gets hacked by Pitt. And instead she throws it right into the gut of Draholski, and I believe Shennick will get called with a reach-in. What we missed was on a fast break point-top turnover, Holbert brought the ball in. She was going to pass to Hellwig. She kept it. Hellwig gets fouled without the ball. Holbert made the 2-point shot, and they allowed Hellwig 2 shots. So that was a 3-point play there. You don't see that very often.
Shennick doing a great job, but she has to take the bench right now. She's taking a break. She'll be back in to guard Pitt.
Her fourth personal with 5.5 to go. That might factor in. They want her in there. Hartby, and a pass and a foul for Katie Russ. We haven't heard much from her in the scorebook thus far in this ball game, but she has a chance at an and one here.
Yeah, she started out great. She made the first 2 baskets of the game. Haven't heard much from her since. They've done a great job of jamming her up, but a great set play off of a dead ball called by Jay Pitt and the easy basket for Katie.
The second personal for Hellwig, and Katie Russ makes it a 3-point play, back to within 8 points for the Falcons, who are down by 11 at 1 point. Holbert up the right wing. She finds an open Ostring, and Ostring will tap it up to connect at the perimeter. She gets it right back to Ostring behind her. Over to connect. And the coach, Joe Titus, really trying to get the attention of the officials, and he gets his time up.
You want to make sure he's heard. No problem.
We'll step out for a break. 5:11 to go, fourth quarter. It is Indians 47, Falcons 39. We're back on DUX in 30 seconds.
Grocery shopping is easy and convenient right in your own backyard. Amherst Family Foods carries the selection and savings you want. Their meat and produce departments are filled with the finest quality choices. Amherst Family Foods offers fresh baked breads and pastries for their in-store bakery. And on busy game days like these, their deli has a variety of hot entrees, including delicious roasted chicken, ready to take home and serve. Easy and convenient. Your hometown Amherst Family Foods. Proud to back the youth of tomorrow river schools.
Off the Indian 30-second timeout. Still plenty of time left, fourth quarter. Indians with the possession. They're working side out into connect up top. Left-handed dribble and right-handed dribble. She's being guarded by Pitt.
And Waiwega's bringing the ball out a little bit. And they won't hold it. But
being very patient.
If Amherst has to foul, only one more, and Waiwega goes into the double bonus.
And Holbert takes care of that with a shot from downtown, and cold-blooded drains it. They're up by 11 again.
A nice game. She shoots the ball well, but
Pitt with an answering two-pointer from the top of the key, no good, and the Falcons retain possession, but it's Loken with a double dribble, so turns over to the Indians. 4.5 to go.
Yeah, that's their 21st turnover, Johnny.
Unheard of. Hellwig gets the left corner. She'll dribble it to the top. Fire it across, get it right back. 4:20 to go. Again, they're very patient offense. And Maggie Connect gets tied up with Jamie Pitt. Jamie will help her up off the floor.
It's a great play by Connect, though, because Jamie had that ball. Connect got back in there and caused the tie-up, and they retained possession.
Indians keep it under the Falcon basket. They'll pop it out to Schrader, and Schrader gets fouled by Pitt.
Yep, and that's what Jamie will do. She'll get a little desperate here and try for steals on the reach. And now, from now on, Waiwega Fremont in the double bonus. That's a big difference because no matter if they miss the bonus shot itself, doesn't matter. They're going to get a second one.
Just the first personal on Jamie Pitt as Ellen Schrader ices the first.
He's had an excellent second half as Jamie Schrader.
And Maggie Connect will have a rest as Schrader sizes up the second and buries it. Beautiful work from the line for the Indians in this quarter, and they're going to have more trips before this one's over.
In the game, they're 9 of 10.
52-39 Indians, just over 4 minutes to go. Either a share of the conference title or all by themselves, and the Indians are trying to spoil it, and they get another turnover, another interception. They force it up to Holbert. Holbert to Hellwig. Can't get it to drop. Katie Ruck comes up with it as she comes back to disrupt that 2-on-1 play.
That's a tough miss for Hellwig there.
Pitt will fire to the corner, and a shot for Grahalski is along with no good, but retaining the rebound is Grayway, and she'll head to the line for the Falcons. Everyone went back to defend, but Grayway held back and maybe even got a picked off pass. And she'll earn herself a trip.
Yeah, she earns herself a trip, but only the 15th foul on Waiwega Fremont, so they still have one more to give. Ball stuck up in the behind the basket there.
Behind the basket. And I know that Jeff Fazer wanted me to get his name on the radio, and he's doing it by grabbing the pole. And he'll poke the ball out from behind to the wonderful amazement of fans. A whale of a game, John, and as we kind of got knocked off the air, Indians able to pull ahead to start this fourth quarter and have retained an 11-point lead through much of this quarter.
Well, they played like Amherst normally plays. They put a tremendous amount of pressure on Amherst, caused a lot of problems, and just out-hustled us in general.
They were fighting fire with fire, taking a page out of Big Blue's book. And off the made free throw, both teams will get a substitution in.
Well, Shannon will come back and play the defense on Jamie Pitt.
With her 4 fouls. Grayway, deep end, and gets it back to within 11 for 52-41. Still Indian advantage. And full court presser for the Falcons. Indians still working their own backcourt. Hellwig will try to break it to court. Gets it back to Shinnick. Shinnick dribbles up to Hellwig, gets it across the timeline. Passes disrupted to Schrader. Ball on the floor. High up will go to the Falcons on the possession arrow.
But even that was a dead to rights turnover, but Waiwega Fremont dives on the floor, creates the tie-up, so now they get the next possession. Even though it goes as a turnover, Hustle saved it from a clean turnover.
So the Amherst Falcons will get it uncontested by Jamie Pitt. She'll dribble it in, fire right corner. And they get it back up top to Jess Torrey into the ballgame. Nice speed underneath and in. A beautiful assist from Torrey to Grayway.
Yeah, nice backdoor cut by Grayway and Jess Torrey. Like I said earlier, she's really an intelligent player.
Within 9 points now for the Lady Falcons. Just over 3 minutes to go. They're not going to give up, and a 3 is on the way. No good. That was from Kapitsky. One and done.
Not a good shot there at all.
Pitt will bring it right up the gut, still on the dribble. She's trying to work around Macy Shenik. Instead, she shoots over her, way off the mark as it hits the backboard, and a foul on the rebound putback attempt. Falcons will head to the line with Grahalski.
Grahalski did a nice job getting the reload on another badly missed shot by Jamie Pitt. But she will go to the line, and now they're in the bonus the rest of the game.
Ostring with the first personal. We will wait for Katie Rutz to tie a boot, a 2-shot foul for Brooke Grahalski, her third trip to the line. She's just 1 of 3 coming into this one.
Yeah, and they're all of a sudden catching fire at the free throw line. They've made 5 of their last 6. And this will probably come down to a free throw shooting contest at the end. Amherst still very much in this game, only 7 down.
And Grahalski helps the cause by making both and gets it back to within 7. Full court pressure. Indians with Hellwig will give it back to Kapitsky. Hellwig will break it from midcourt. And it's boy, Cubic getting a great pass from Kapitsky and in.
Great passing.
And John, believe it or not, that's the first point from Macy Shenik, and they're going to call a blocking foul on the other end as the Falcons will head to the line yet again.
Good job by Shenik, though. She had really good position. Jamie Pitt very aggressive, though, going to the into the paint. That's 5 on Shenik. She did a great job. Terrific job.
So Macy Shenik will foul out with just 2 points. But it's the team shot. And that was one of the keys that we said in this ball game is an outstanding guard defense by Macy off the bench. So now Maggie Connect, the junior forward, will come in.
And now Pitt, who's a very good free throw shooter, goes to for a bonus.
And she misses it on the 1-and-1 bonus. No good. But she does pick off the outlet pass, and it's on the floor tie-up, and it'll go back to the Indians. So Pitt trying to get it back to her team. But the possession error will go to the Indians. And a timeout, Coach Jay Pitt, we will do the same. 2:23 to go, fourth quarter. Don't go away. It's Indians 54, Falcons 45. We're back on TUX in 30 seconds.
Clysmith Accounting Tax Group offers great quality and service in our Amherst and Plover offices. Our trained professionals can assist with all your business needs, including QuickBooks consulting, payroll processing, bookkeeping, and tax preparation. We help you understand your business and individual tax returns so you can minimize your tax burden. Please call Clysmith Accounting Tax Group at 824-6767 or visit our website at clysmithcpas.com. I'm Randy, more than your accountant, your personal business advisor.
Dave lost it.
That shouldn't be their ball. That was a tie-up. They had the last one.
Possession arrow, though, I think, was Amherst Falcons off the timeout. Grahalski takes the inbound. Falcons, again, down by 9 points, and Katie Rutz gets the 2-pointer with the left-handed hook from underneath. 54-47. Indians get it in the forecourt. Connect, bouncing it between the wheels. Oh, she dribbled with both hands. I don't think they saw that.
Foul, yeah.
And Grahalski gets called with the reach-in against the Falcons.
And Watviga trying to use the clock, but that's risky too, because turnovers can come from that. But now Waiwega will shoot the double bonus the rest of the way.
2 minutes exactly remaining as the Indians are trying to protect the 7-point lead against a very tough Falcon team, and it's off the bracket, no good.
Yeah, they've been very good from the line tonight. But now it's crunch time. Now you need 1 out of 2 at least.
We're calling a Maggie Connect off the bench. Try to at least tack onto the lead, and she can't go, but Hellwig almost gets the rebound, but Katie Rutz for Big Blue comes up with it. 1:55 to go. They're down by 7. Jamie Pitt making a signal offensively with her hand. She'll give to Grahalski. High on the right. Grahalski cross court to Grayway. Working to the corner back to Pitt. And Pitt gets pushed by Hobart. That should be only a second foul on Mariah Hobart. But the Falcons in the bonus.
Yeah, you don't want to be fouling Jamie Pitt too often here, but Shenek out, and so she can't be guarding her anymore. Katie Rutz come out there. They're going to go offense, defense is Jay Pitt. This is just a really well-coached game. And Jamie Pitt back on the line for yet another bonus shot.
This will be her third trip to the line, and she drains the first, nothing but net. Gets her team back to within 6.
Yeah, this game is far from over.
Jamie Pitt, deep in, up over the rim and in. 2 for 2 on that trip. 1:40 to go. 54-49 Indians. Full court pressure for the Falcons. Holbert will get it up to Hellwig, right sideline. They break the pressure up the sideline. And Falcons really pinching down on the ball dribbler as the Indians will look to be patient. They're not going to try to force anything, and they get tackled as Holbert gets fouled by Grayway. They're going to try the foul game here, John.
Yeah, if I'm Chase Hipto, every time Jenny Hellwig touches that ball, I foul her. Make her shoot free throws. Holbert, better free throw shooter.
In fact, on the season, Holbert really better, 84% free throw shooter to Hellwig's 46. No doubt. And she drains the first.
Good stuff there. I would say a mistake. They need to foul Hellwig every time she touches it, and because they may be forced to play this following game.
Falcons get Lindsey Rutt in on the lane line.
They'll have opportunities to foul Hellwig, too, because she's an important player in the press break.
No doubt. But Holbert drains both. Ice cold. 56-49. 90 seconds to go in regulation. Jamie Pitt flashing up the number of the offensive play, and she gets blocked right out at the perimeter by Connect. Indians come up with it on the block shot. Holbert, and they're not going to follow her, instead Connect with it. Back to Holbert. Holbert, they're really getting pinched up on the right sideline, and I believe he got timeout Joel Titus. So we will step out quick and do the same. 1:13 to go. 56-49 Indians. We're back on WDUX in a flash.
Farmers State Bank has some very good news for you. We have money to lend, and we want to help you buy, build, or remodel the home of your dreams. And the news gets even better. Not only will you get a good news rate, but our experienced lenders will help you structure your loans so it fits your needs and lifestyle. Like we have for 100 years now, the good news people will be there for you. Farmers State Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
We got good news. Now pass the word.
Straight up 9 o'clock on a Thursday night. We're jumping around here at Waiwega Fremont High School. A lot to celebrate as the Indians are giving a tough time to the visiting Falcons, trying to get themselves a conference title. Heck, they don't worry about that. They are hosting the final game of the regular season, and they have a chance to try to bury this one 56-49 with 1:13 to go.
That was a great timeout because that was the turnover waiting to happen. Holbert pinned into the sideline over there, double team, triple team, really, if you count the sideline.
So inbound side out, Holbert into Falcon end. She's looking at the cross court to Ellen Schrader into the ball game. Up top, Holbert, 1:11 to go, and she again over 85% free throw shooter, and they disrupt the pass into the corner. Pitt comes up with it. 1 minute to go, down by just 7. Pitt will go to her right side with it, and they'll work it right corner to Lindsey Rutt for 3 off the front iron and off the top and to the back of the backboard, and turns it over to the Indians on the missed shot.
Yeah, that was a big shot there. I don't know if that's who they want to take that 3. And
Joel,
Joel Titus making. Nope, they didn't get her in.
So no substitution with 53 seconds to go, and a foul, as I believe that was either Kapitsky or Connect. Kapitsky will make the walk and head to the line for 2.
Yeah, and the Amherst Falcons now have to play the following game, and to get another couple baskets here could be the icing on the cake for Waiwega Fremont.
Tough call, as they've shown that they were able to create some turnovers in the last couple of trips, but time simply winding down.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's off the front iron, no good for.
But again, the fact that they got into that double bonus has been a huge factor in this game.
And partly that Haley Kapitsky, and she does make the back ender 57-49, and that substitution is made as Kapitsky comes out.
Joel Titus wanted an offense-defense. He's got offense-defense going now, and that's why he wanted that girl.
Ostrich and Hellwig are the ones defending the point as Pitt brings it in with a left-handed dribble, goes left corner, a 3 for Grayway off the front iron, gets her own rebound, throws it right back up perhaps too quickly, and a loose ball rebound on the putback is high up, and it should go to the Indians, and it will. Joel Titus will bring back in Bailey Kapitsky, and he will sit, Connect.
Yeah, he goes offense with those 2 girls. Good job.
And for the Falcons, Bertha Loken in, as resting will be Grayway. Holbert will inbound with some heavy backcourt pressure from the Falcons. She gets it right to the baseline, and a foul. As I believe that looks to be Ellen Schrader will make the walk for her, too.
Now, this has been a great team effort by Waiwega Fremont. You can't underestimate the impact Ellen Schrader's had on this game, especially in the second half. That's where she's really come alive. And we have to remember, DeSantos, as a starter, got knocked out of this game. She may have some concussion-like symptoms, and she has not been allowed to go back in the game.
So it's been quite a dramatic ball game for the Indians, really having to step up, and Ellen Schrader reigns the first. Again, they're in the double bonus, and the Falcons bring back in Grayway as they substituted offense for defense. 34 seconds to go as the Indians are pulling away with their free throws as they make the second. That's 4 straight for Schrader in this quarter. 10 points. Falcon deficit with 30 seconds to go. Pitt is just going to have to feed or throw it up. Rahalski right wing. She's getting hounded defensively by Connect. They're getting it underneath to Rutz, and Lindsey Rutz makes the bucket, I believe. Yep. And they're going to call a quick timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, I think the deal's been sealed here with the free throws. Waiwega Fremont. Now, Jay Pitt will probably play the fouling game one last time. They're going to try to deny the inbound, though, and go for the 5-second call or the out-and-out steal. But the second that a Waiwega Fremont girl gets that ball, they have to foul her, hopefully within 2 seconds. But they want that steal first, but if they get it in, then the foul.
And that's what Coach Joel Titus, he is the coach closest to us. He's really wanting to get the attention of Hellwig, Schrader, and Holbert. He really wanted them to be at attention along with Connect. And he really wanted them to be on the same page for this very important inbound, although only 18 seconds to go, up by 8, but you can't be too careful with this first of Amherst.
Not at all.
Holbert will inbound it as she tiptoes the sideline, and they foul Ostring. So Danielle Ostring will bring her free throw skills to the line. I don't have her marked down, which means she has not gotten to the line much this season.
Yeah, and even if she gets 1 out of 2, even if she goes over 2, ball had to be carried all the way down here, so that makes Amherst go the full length of the court, even if they were to hit a 3, and I just don't think they have enough time.
Ostring, before that miss, was 3 of 4 on the night. She's now 3 of 5. And offense for defense Connect back in for the Indians, and Grayway back in for the Falcons. You're going to kind of know what's going on there as they reload. 17 seconds left, as only 1 second was ticked off after that inbound. And the second one is on the way and no good. 0 for 2 for Ostring. Rebound, Falcons. Bringing it up the floor is Lindsey Rutz looking to pass. She goes Grahalski. Grahalski long 2. Oh, just off the mark. No good. Rebound, Holbert. As she's going to dribble this one out, as the Indians are going to pull off the upset, and a basket by Hellweg right before the end of the ball game, just to seal the deal. 61-51. Waiwega Fremont over the Amherst Lady Falcons. What a great ball game! We had it all, including a little bit of drama, unfortunately, as we pose for a photo. Thank you very much. Once again, final score: Waiwega Fremont 61, Amherst Falcons 51. We're going to reload and get yourself some post-game programming, maybe a chance to talk with a coach or two on WDUX right after this.
County Postwest covers the Waiwega Fremont areas like no other media. From decisions at City Hall to a recap of the game to community events. Only in the pages of the County Postwest can you read complete coverage of your hometown news and sports, with pictures and stories of interest to you in the Waiwega Fremont areas. Pick up a copy at local newsstands and counters throughout the area, or have it delivered weekly to your mailbox. County Postwest, a publication of Journal Community Publishing Group.
First National Bank has assembled a team of professionals to serve your financial needs. A team that can serve you with locations in Wakaka, Waiwega, Iola, Clintonville, Marion, Seymour, and Shiocton. First National is ready to help with your money matters, from checking and savings to IRA accounts to loans for any worthwhile purpose. You'll find First National Bank to be team players, serving you with 7 locations throughout mid-Wisconsin. Member FDIC. From their team to yours, good luck, Indians.
Old Man Winter has arrived, and surely he is busy plotting his annual dump of sleet, snow, and ice. That's why Favorite Implement is offering great deals and fantastic financing on snowblowers, front blades, and anything else you can use to get rid of the white stuff. So head into Favorite Implement, your John Deere dealer in Stevens Point and Westfield by February 28th to take advantage of this great time to buy. And you'll be ready for whatever winter throws at you this year.
Neighbor to neighbor, favor.
Spice up your advertising campaign with WDUX Radio. A well-rounded marketing plan includes the effective use of WDUX. More flexible and more immediate, WDUX Radio can deliver your message to potential customers throughout Waupaca, Waushara, and Portage counties. Listening at home, in the car, or at work. In fact, they're listening right now. Be smart. Invest your advertising dollars more effectively. Radio works. WDUX Radio gets results.
From the FM studio in Waupaca, Justin Moan with a finals report from our AM side, AM 800. Good news for the Comets. They defeat Winneconne 35-28. Back with John and John for high school basketball on FM 92.7 WDUX.
Oh, don't you worry about it.
We are back courtside at Wyomega Fremont High School. Nothing left on the floor after this one. It is the Wyomega Fremont Lady Indians defending their court against the Amherst Lady Falcons 61-51, and we are now joined by two outstanding performers for tonight, Macy Shennick along with Sydney DeSantis, a pair of juniors, and we'll start with Macy Shennick. You know, Coach wanted to make sure that we were going to ask you or comment about your great performance. 2 points before he ended up fouling out, but I tell you what, tell us what it's like to defend someone like Jamie Pitt and to really contribute in a win like this defensively. Outstanding job for you tonight, Macy.
Thank you. Jamie is a great, outstanding player, and I'm glad that I can play great defense on her. She's an outstanding player, and I'm glad I play great defense on her.
And, you know, a player like yourself, I'm sure, you know, you could probably start in any of the, 16 teams in both conferences that we play. So tell us what it's like to come up off the bench. Is that something that, as the game closes, you kind of like to be that player that comes in and maybe surprises the team with your abilities coming off the bench?
It was hard at first, but now where I am, I'm thankful for I come off the bench. I feel better, feel like I can help out the team more.
Macy, I haven't seen many of your games this year, but is your defense what you take your greatest pride in?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you do a terrific job of moving your feet and staying in front of a great player like Jamie. You were constantly cutting her off. She was had a very tough time getting into the paint and creating for herself and others. Just an outstanding job.
Thank you.
And now, Sydney DeSantis, you had some great minutes off the bench as well, but this was the one that got your bell rung. So what happened? We saw you hit the deck, but hate to bring you back to that, but what happened to you in that corner?
Well, I guess I just began my feet in front of her, tried to take a charge, and hit my head real hard off the floor. That's about it.
And so they gave you a foul on top of that. What do you think of that?
Yeah, don't like that call, but can't complain now.
Well, I have to say that the play you made over there is really representative of the hustle that you girls showed tonight. I mean, I thought that was the game that you out-hustled Amherst and kind of beat them at their own game, so it was a terrific job by you.
Thank you.
Do you have a concussion or just
we're not sure.
didn't want to take any chances?
Yep, I couldn't see for a while, so they wanted to take me to the doctor and see what's going on.
Well, better safe than sorry. Nice job.
It's great to see you. I'm glad Coach brought you up because we were worried about you, and I'm sure the listeners were as well. But you're smiling, and you got like a 10-point win over a team like Amherst Falcons.
Thank you.
You bet. Great performance. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. I'm under the weather, but we'll give you an elbow bump. There you go. Great job again. And now Coach Joel Titus.
Nice job.
Come on over here, and I tell you what. You know, outside of the 23 and 22-point performance, those two ladies right there, tough defense and absolutely trying to take one for the team. It sounds cliche, but that's just another intangible element that we see from your team this year that earns you an outstanding 10-point win here tonight.
Well, I think Sid and Macy's play really their play tonight was kind of a microcosm of what we've done this year defensively. I mean, there's no doubt with kids like Mariah Hallberg and Jenny Hellwig, we have offensive weapons. You know, you throw Bailey Kapitsky in there, her shooting, Ellen and Danny. I mean, we got a lot of people that score, but it's their effort on the defensive end of the court. That obviously got it done tonight.
I was just shocked at the effort that they put forth. You know, I keep making notes, but they were all the same, and I just said they seriously out-hustled Amherst. And what really impressed me was the hustle plays on your own mistakes. You would lose the ball on a turnover, dive on it, tie it up. Now, that might not mean much at the moment, but down the stretch, of course, you wind up with the extra possession.
Sure, and I tell you what, that toughness-wise, I think that's something that we've done a lot better near this close, as the season's gone on. I think early in the year may have been known more as a finesse team, a soft team, a fast team.
Believe it or not, John, yes.
Yeah, I tell you what, tonight we were a fast team, and we were a hard-nosed team, and those girls, they stuck their nose in there every single chance they had, and, you can't say enough about what they did tonight.
And they make some great decisions on the offensive end of things, too. I really have your two serious offensive weapons. The Hellwig, terrific passer for her size, and then, Hobart, just really makes some clever decisions. One of them I liked. Some people wouldn't like, but she pulled up for a three on a one-on-one breakout, but I actually liked the decision. Right. And then she also just made some other very clever plays, especially down the stretch. I thought they did an outstanding job.
Yeah, I think as the season has gone on, I think the girls have gotten less and less selfish. And, I think Jenny, does a really good job in the post along with Danny and Ellen, and being able to find the open shooter. But, their ability in the post brings a lot of attention. And they do a very good job of finding Macy and Sid and Bailey and Mariah on the wings there, and I just think that's something that they have, and that's something that we can coach them. We can tell them as much as you want till you're blue in the face, but really that's a choice they have to make, and they're making it.
Yeah, when you play hard like that, though, good things usually happen, and you seem to do a terrific job with them, because that's a very good basketball team. Very exciting to watch, very enjoyable to watch, and good luck in the tournament.
Thank you. Thanks, both of you.
Yeah, that'll segue Tuesday night. We'll have plenty to talk about as you host Winneconne right here.
Yes, we're looking forward to playing that.
We're back at it for a person like Ellen Schrader, senior parent night here tonight. As a senior, she'll have at least one more crack at it on her home court. Congratulations. Beautiful win by 10 points here tonight.
Nice job.
Coach Joel Titus of the Waiwega Fremont Indians, and in just a moment, we may get a chance to talk with. But before we do, we'll talk to him right now as Coach Jay Pitt and Joel Titus exchange handshakes. And Coach Pitt, he kind of got to hand it to Joel Titus and his team for a while there. It almost looked like the Reds were wearing the blue jerseys there, as a little taste of your own medicine with that pressure and a lot of that rotation of players that they can play at least 7 or 8 deep, really keeping defensively. How about a player like Shenik on Jamie? What an outstanding performance that you were up against here tonight with Waiwega Fremont.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. They were ready to go. You could see it right from the start. They were focused. They wanted it. And we had a good first half. Third quarter was just not good. They kicked our butt on the glass, which I think we looked and gave up 8 offensive points on offensive rebounds. And at the end of the third quarter, the difference in the score was 8 points. So when you start giving those up, that swings the tide, changes the game. Give them credit. They came to play. We're the ones that had the big carrot hanging in front of us, and we didn't really want it that bad.
I thought you guys, to open up the game, I thought you did a nice job. You got Katie some early baskets in there near the basket, and I thought it was just going to be this battle between, your size and strength against, more finesse players, but they did a nice job of making the adjustment, I thought, on Katie, sending help and making her pitch the ball out, and I thought they made a nice adjustment there.
Yeah, they did, but we also got away from giving it to her.
Yeah.
We got caught up in wanting to shoot it a little bit too quick, and just some things like that. But and there were times where Katie had opportunities and didn't finish too. So, and not just Katie. I'm not going to, that doesn't go on any one person. We missed a ton of bunnies in the third quarter.
You really
there was a lot of contact under there that was allowed to go. First half we got away with contact. Second half they got away with contact. When it's 8-2 and 8-2, I'd rather have 8-2 in the second half, not the first half.
Yeah, and you did have some missed opportunities. You had quite a few offensive rebounds. I had you for 13, and you weren't able to convert on many of those, and that hurts. It's great that you get those second chances,
right,
but then you need to do something.
Yep. We did do a good job of getting to the glass. We just didn't finish those. You're right.
Well, Coach, you can only rest on this so long. You're back at it for the second season Tuesday. Actually, Friday. You get a bye. You're going to wait for the winner between Marathon and 3 lakes in Division 3. And we have no idea if we're going to get you on the radio, whether it's Friday or if you keep moving on. But get this one behind you. You are going to be co-champions along with Wittenberg-Burnhamwood, and you can just put that right behind you. We'll hope to see you next Friday as the second season continues. You got good relative health. It was a physical game, but you're going to head into this postseason with the whole healthy stable of girls, correct?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, for us to be conference champs this year, beginning of the year, we were picked 4th in the conference.
Oh, wow.
Nobody coming in that anybody knew anything about other than Jamie and Katie. And I'll tell you what, these kids deserved it. They worked their butt off, and to get a conference championship says a lot for them.
You do a nice job, Jay.
Unexpected I didn't play it up like we were going to be there, but I told them beginning of the year I expect to win a conference championship.
We have a very strong program, and that's been going on for a long time, and since you've taken over, it's just continuing, and the Amherst boys are similar in that, even on a year where they're not picked to win, even in a so-called rebuilding year, you're always right there and you're competitive, and I'm sure the success will continue, and good luck down the road.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Jason, an elbow bump for you. Thanks so much for coming over.
Job.
Congratulations on your co-title, and what a great way to put in perspective. Outstanding for a game like this tonight. Thanks, and safe travels. We'll hope to check in with you next week. Again, final score, it's the Lady Indians 61, Falcons 51. We'll go down individual scoring right now. It's Mariah Hulbert leading all on the floor with 23, but including that last second 2-point bucket just to kind of add to things, and maybe the only uncool thing that the Indians did all night was the score at the end, but 22 points for Jenny Helwig, 8 for Ellen Schrader, 5 for Danielle Ostring, 2 points for Macy Schenek off the bench. Again, outstanding defensive performance, and 1 point for Bailey Kapitsky. On the other end of things, it's actually Jamie Pitt still putting in 17 points, so it's not to shut her down. 12 points for Hannah Grayway, 11 for Katie Rutz, and as we head on down the line, 5 points for for Brooke Raholski, 4 points for Lindsay Rutz off the bench, and 2 for Marissa Lokens. So if you look, you've got 6 Falcons in the scorebooks, 3 in double figures, but not enough to overcome the Indians, who, John, had an outstanding defensive performance. That third quarter that Coach Jay Pitt talked about, we were a little broken up there, but how about 8 points for the Falcons, 21 for the Indians? And like we said, when they started that third quarter, down by 5 points, we knew that the Indians would just have to keep in touch, and not only did they do that, they had an outstanding third quarter.
Yeah, it was, and then they fed off that energy, and again, you can't underestimate the job that Schenek did on Pitt. Pitt, she had 17 points, but she had 17 shots, and they did a terrific job of taking her really good looks away. She had 3 open threes, and she drilled those, but she also had some misses out there, and there was a great basketball, really exciting. And just to tell you how fast-paced this was, you look at these stats, 21 out of 54 field goal attempts in a girls' game. Most boys' games don't have anywhere near that. 21 out of 54 was Waiwega Fremont for 37%. Good shooting, 15 out of 20 from the free throw line. They had the advantage there in the third quarter. They were already in the double bonus. They out-rebounded. They had 26 rebounds, I should say, for the game, and they did have 19 turnovers, but some of those were near the end of the game. Amherst Falcons, 17 out of 51 field goal attempts, 33%, 13 out of 19 from the free throw line, 35 rebounds in a single game. Reps had 9 of those, and 23 turnovers. That was a big factor in this game. 23 turnovers for an Amherst team is not the norm, and that's what put them over the top. But you got to credit the great hustle by Waiwega Fremont girls. Just a terrific basketball.
So the Falcons will end up at least in a tie with Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Now, we were assuming that Wittenberg-Burnhamwood handled Manawa. Hey, if Manawa knocked them off tonight, we have no idea. That may be the difference here. But nonetheless, 12-2 is the mark that Amherst finishes in the conference, whereas Waiwega Fremont will finish 10-4 in the conference season, and that is a good shot of being in sole possession of third place. So, hey, if Amherst was expected to finish 4th, I'm not sure where Waiwega Fremont was supposed to finish, but can't really argue with a 10-4 season and finishing your regular season beating Amherst by 10 points in what is not just an outstanding game on paper, John, but by bringing over a couple of players in Macy Schenek and Sydney DeSantis, not the 2 top scorers, but again, that glue that can hold a team together while you're sinking shots. You're also holding the team together by outright hustle.
Yeah, he did allude to the fact that they've come together as the season's gone on, and they're playing much more as a team, and that's the evolution you see in a lot of basketball programs. And it's only when that happens, what that boils down to is chemistry. When you're playing as a team, and he said we're less selfish than we were earlier in the year, and that's what that means. And you have role players like Shenek who step up and take the responsibility to be a stopper. And that's when a team really comes together. And even though they had 4 losses in conference, what a time of the year to bring it all together.
No doubt. And they're going to be facing Winneconne next Tuesday night. We will have that on the air for you. 6:40 pregame, a 7 o'clock tip-off. As we take a look at the schedule, folks, it just gets better. Tomorrow night will be the finale. It'll be already regional play. Amherst Falcons at Wild Rose. We'll have that for you on the FM side. On the AM, it'll be Wapaka Boys at Rhinelander after upsetting New London, the Wapaka Comets. Incredible. We could talk about that all night, too, but tune in tomorrow night as John Wright and Jack Berry will travel up to the Northland to bring that for us. It'll also be then regional finals for boys on Saturday, everything to be determined. And how about Sunday? Illinois will go to the Kohl Center to take on the Badgers. That's a noon tip-off. And then immediately following that game, our first Brewer broadcast. Sunday, spring baseball for the Brewers. We'll have that for you. It'll be a 2 o'clock first pitch. John, I want to thank you so much, as always, for being my special guest tonight.
My pleasure, boy. I'm really glad I got the call because this was a really fun game to be at as a spectator. A little hard to keep up with the stats, they're taking 100 shots in a game. But it was a really good basketball game, and as many turnovers as they were forced turnovers. I mean, this was a fierce basketball game, just a pure joy to watch.
No doubt, John. I want to thank you. I want to thank Justin Mullen, our engineer back at the studio. And for WDUX, this is John Hammond thanking you for listening. And again, thanking all of our sponsors that make these broadcasts possible, plus a few more that we add on for the postseason. We got to thank you all, because if you don't sponsor it, we just can't bring it. Once again, final score at Waiwega Fremont High School. It's the Lady Indians 61, knocking off the Lady Falcons 51. And until tomorrow night, have a great night, everybody.
You have been listening to exciting high school basketball on WDUX, brought to you by your WDUX High School Sports Boosters. Proudly backing the Amherst Falcons on WDUX are Amherst Family Foods, Pye Smith Accounting, Ministry Healthcare, Younger's Holly Funeral Home, Shoemaker Electric, Heating and Cooling, International Bank of Amherst, H.O. Wolding, Faber Implement, and Amherst Telephone Company. Proudly backing the Waiwega Fremont Indians on WDUX are Hades IGA, Bay Lake Bank, Bay Wilson of Remax, Shambo and Lyons, Neville Motors GM, Farmer State Bank, County Post West, Fire on Ice, Fine Hanson Belkey Funeral Home, First National Bank, and AgroPure. This has been a presentation of WDUX Sports.